knew I was missing something. I was sitting here trying to figure out what it was, and I realized, yeah, I can't. I need a microphone. Yeah, we'll just hi Philly. So we'll just wait for a few more people to come in, and we'll get started. Um, So I hope everybody's doing good these days. So I took a little bit, as you guys probably know, I took a couple of weeks off and whatnot. So now I'm back on getting ready to go, and I'm going to be doing a. I know probably most of you can't, but we'll be starting to do 10-person group readings. So as we hit the towns and whatnot, we'll find a place to do them. Well, our house will be 10. Other places will be more than that, but we should advertise those soon. So I think we should get started. Okay. And just want to let people know that there may be some scammers that come on here and ask you or want to do reads for you, and we don't support that. I don't ask people. I don't, send notifications to people saying you need a read. But if you see anybody like that, just ignore them or just say go away. Okay, so let's try this one. Jane Dunlop. So we're at 4:14. Okay, so your spirit guide. So, God, why am I so disorganized? Anyway, I'm always disorganized. So I'm kind of feeling from your spirit guide, especially with your spirituality, that there's going to be a little bit of door openings for you. I'm not sure how, big this is going to be, but it's almost like meeting somebody, coming in through a door and talking to you, and then them walking back out the door, and you learning something from them, but not being in your life for very long. It's kind of like what they call the earth angels. And I'm also feeling that there's a few things that are coming up for you as well on the emotional side. I'm looking at the cards here, and I see, the romance cards and whatnot here. So I kind of feeling that there's a message from you that things are going to move you to more of a happy heart or a happy mind. And once you get to that point, then you'll be able to help people and do the things and clear the crud in your head and be able to be more focused. It also allows you to do the things you want to do in life. I do believe that you'll notice your body will vibrate more, or you'll have more electrical feelings in you. Again, that's them opening it up. Like I said, everybody says we're going to the fifth dimension. We're already at the fifth dimension. Everybody is. So it's more opening up for you to be more aware and realizing that your body's telling you things when things are wrong or when things are going to happen. So you'll get that little vibration, that little, prickly feeling, and then you'll learn how to use it. But there's a lot of good things headed your way. I'm just seeing a lot of, like they're kind of showing that like your feet are dragging behind you, or you're dragging your feet, and then all of a sudden your feet get faster, and it's like you're moving at a faster speed, but then you have a smile on your body, on your face. Ugh. Words, words, words. Um, and this might also involve a work environment too. Um, but it's just a note of just saying over the next 4 or 5 months, you are going to start to speed up and you'll be a lot happier. Especially since, you start listening to your body and you realize that situations that are not good for you will be told ahead of time, especially when your body reacts to it. Personal mediumship, right? We all have personal mediumship, being told ahead of time when something happens, before something happens, and if we react, we react. If we don't, well, then we're in trouble. It's our own fault. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. And thank you for coming. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. So, Dakota Jackson. $8.15. Yeah. I don't know who Christopher is, or but I do see it. A young male hanging around you. I don't know why. I just felt that he was kind of angry when he passed. I don't know what he passed of, but it just feels like anger or sadness. Anyway, so the message I'm getting for you is like not to worry about him. This is not from him because I can't seem to connect to him, but it's from a grandmother that's with you. And the one thing she's saying is that, um, that he's alive and well, and not to worry so much about him. He's just in a very good place, and he's being taken care of by a lot of people. Alive as in being spiritually alive. And she says there'll always be a strong connection between the two of you. But at the same time, she says there's a bit of separation simply because of the, different vibrations to you and as it was to him. So basically what they're saying is that, we certainly can't communicate with everybody. And sometimes even with past loved ones, we don't get to communicate with them because they're at a higher frequency or lower one. And so we don't tend to sense them. But as I always tell people, one of the things spirits are very good for us is if you sit there and you're doing something and you suddenly think of them for no apparent reason, they're communicating with you, and they're just doing that to let you know that they are there. Then it's your job to try and communicate with them. Look, again, I'm not getting connected to him. I'm just getting it to this grandmother. And pretty much it's all the message I'm getting for is just don't worry. He will communicate. He is. Just a matter of, I guess, relaxing and letting the words come through. Don't forget, you won't see them like a full body or anything. What you will hear is them talking to you in your own voice. Like I said, feeling him, thinking that why am I thinking of him? Smelling something, things being moved. Those are all things that spirits do to communicate with us to let us know we're here. Anyway, so I guess that helps, or hope that helps. And thank you for coming. So, Anne Steele. . We're at 11:37. From your husband. So the first thing I'm seeing is him sitting on the edge of a deck with his feet swinging and overlooking water. Um, and it's just usually a kind of message uh, saying that that you are going to be happy, and certainly he's still watching over you. And I certainly see perhaps around the corner already you have certainly some uh, what I would call the happiness of the heart, which may mean either if you have somebody, then it gets better. If you don't have somebody, and sometimes it might even mean somebody in the family may get a child. But all this says is that your heart will get enlightened and you'll be happy. So it's an event that something will happen that you'll suddenly be very happy and loving and loving. Not that you're not now, but loving of the person that's connected to you. There's also seems to be a major decision being made. I'm not sure what this is. Um, but he's saying there's something about, uh, he shows you packing. I'm not sure if this is, either selling the house or packing uh, to move somewhere. I just see boxes being packed. So and I don't know why he is, because he's just smiling. Um, so the other thing he says is that, that money's going to be okay for you. Um, but he also says, reduce the stress on you, reduce the amount of work on you. Maybe that's why he's showing you packing. Maybe, maybe you live in a big house and he just wants you to move into the smaller house. But he says it's just time for you to kind of relax and find that time where you can put your feet up and just smile. There's going to be a lot of freedom as well from emotions, negative emotions, and people will slowly kind of, it's what he's saying. I'm just repeating it. He's pushing people away from you. People are being negative, and certainly, I don't think he's referring to a family member, I'm pretty sure, but it's just making sure you have the space where you're not getting bombarded by negativity. So he says, as he's working on it, don't be afraid of, don't be surprised that people suddenly leave your life or just suddenly don't communicate with you anymore. Because he's very good at kicking people around and getting them away from you. He's very protective. At the same time, he says, when people leave, there's always room now for other people to come in that are good for you, and then he'll guide them into your spot. So yeah, he's not the only one that's your spirit guide's doing all this as well, but your husband's kind of suggesting to him, and if the spirit guide approves it, then it gets done. Again, he says he leaves things at your feet. Again, you may be finding things on the floor that are not supposed to be there, coins, or walk in and something's fallen off the table or something. So he's just putting them on the floor so that you notice them, because a lot of times we walk with our heads up and we don't see things that are on the floor. And sometimes seeing things on the floor are where the messages are. So just keep your eyes open. Don't just look in one direction, look in all directions, and you'll see a bit more information. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope that helps, and thank you for coming. As for Anne Steele, scroll all the way down here since we're not stuck at the very beginning. Okay, I'm gonna try Leah. Schultz. I do not guarantee being able to communicate with friends. A lot of times, you need permission to talk to them, but we'll see what I can get. Like I mentioned earlier, I might just talk to one of your spirits to get messages from him. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing is a big smile on his face, and kind of sitting there and putting his feet up and saying that he's finally relaxed. And also let you know that I actually communicate with him, and just letting you know that to the answer to your question is yes, he did not suffer much. Actually, he says he was pulled out of his body before he passed, so there was no pain in passing. And it was a family member that came and got him. Like I said, I don't know how he passed, but he just says that they came and got him before his body gave up. So yeah, he says I'm kind of talking to you all the time. I just kind of laugh. And again, this kind of thing, they do not see our bodies. They only see our auras. Like we see the auras in little balls, right? They see us the same way. And the joke with them, obviously, is that they talk to us while we're in the shower. And the reason they say that is because the shower is where we are the most comfortable, we're the most relaxed. It's our private area. We don't have to worry about people interrupting us. And that's when you get the aha moments, the sudden thoughts, memories. So, I kind of see him wink at you and say, well, you can't get rid of me. You're not going to get rid of me easily. Because he says he's always going to be around. And he says not in a weight type of thing, just being around you. That's what he says. This is just a short read, so it's hard to see what he's actually trying to talk to you about. But he says, just tell everybody they didn't suffer, that I don't know what this is. I'm going to leave you this. I don't know if this is how he passed or not, but I don't know if he was in an accident before. He just shows, I don't know if it's him or somebody else, but anyway, so he's showing me some car that kind of fell into a ditch. I guess he's trying to validate it himself anyway. So I just see it falling in the ditch and rolling over, and him laughing about it. So I don't think this is how he passed. I think this is just something that happened to him. Anyway, so I'm going to leave that with you and see if that makes any kind of sense. He likes elephants. Anyway, thank you for coming, but that's all I have, and I'm hoping in some way or that validates it. So that was for Leah Schultz. Okay, the next one. Darlene Peters. So the first thing I'm getting is that you're going to have some family conflicts coming up pretty soon, whether you're in them now or not. But there's certainly going to be some that's, some decisions to be made, and certainly something that's going to cause some issues within people around you. And I also see that there's a romance card here, so perhaps there's an issue with the romance. But it's certainly going to be something that needs to be, I guess, put down or put to rest. And in the end, you're going to be happier. You're going to be working hard for your money as well. So focusing on career or getting a job and learning a lot more as you go forward. The message I'm getting from your spirit guide is his message is kind of stop procrastinating on what you want to do and waiting for other people. He says that people don't have consideration for you, so they tend to delay you, and by doing that, they're stopping your moving forward. So, it says take the bull by the horn and move forward, and people don't want to move with you, then, well, that's their problem. I'm also kind of feeling, though, that work-wise, you're going to be doing what you're doing for a little while, but then it's going to flip to something else, something that you're going to like more. I don't why I feel this. It's almost like a taking control type of thing, whether it's a manager or just taking control of your own stuff. But just getting tired of people, waiting on people or waiting on things. But that's going to change over the next little while. You also have a few spirits that are helping you in your path. They say that you know who they are, and they're just talking to you every once in a while, letting you know that they are there, and certainly give you a lot of ideas and thoughts in your head, which is why sometimes we'll just think of all kinds of new things and go, oh yeah, geez, I never thought of that way before, or maybe I should try it this time. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of information over the next little while to find that direction in life, and then you'll find that satisfaction. Anyway, so that's for Darlene Peters. I hope that helps. I missed somebody here. There's somebody here I wanted to read. $1111 is change for you, Mary. It's just letting you know things are changing. Trinity Costain. Hmm. 2554. Yeah, so. Excuse me. It's a long day. So from your dad. So the first message I'm getting from him is that it's time to get rid of the comfort that you're in. He says there's a lot of things that you're not dealing with that are just causing you some issues, and it's just you put yourself in a nice little comfortable position here, but you kind of need to go out. You need to explore the world. You need to change things. And he says there's some negativities coming your way over the next little while. He's not telling me any date or not, but it's just having to deal with conflicts and the loss of a friend or somebody you know through death. Again, not telling you who it is or any time. He's just saying that will have to come up soon. We all have to deal with this, obviously. We have friends and people who pass. So, but there's also a chance for a family celebration as well, which is a good thing for the family. So they get together and celebrate somebody's achievements. So he says, though, you have to kind of put it in the direction that you want to go, as most spirits will say, and certainly telling people that are bugging you to bug off. Because he says you're my favorite daughter. So he doesn't want to let people hurt you. He wants you to know that he's with a lot of family. He's certainly, I know he's got a wife, he's got a dog with him. Just kind of waving at you and pointing at the dog. But he says, like I said earlier, he says, it's time to get to family and making sure everybody's happy again and putting everything into place so that you're not always being the one who's being relied on or being told to do everything. That's what I'm kind of feeling anyways. But just kind of find your place. And he just says, tell everyone hi and that he is spying on them. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Okay. So, I feel like I'm being boring tonight. Don't have much energy. Okay. Nico left from was. Hmm. 3039. So I'd like to everybody know that thanks to all of you, we hit 4,000 followers. So on the next Wednesday, I'm going to be offering some free reads. So, if you share whatnot, I'm going to be giving away some free reads just because we hit the 4,000. I was just about to say dollar, 4,000 mark, which is great. So yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of celebration on next Wednesday, and some surprises in that. So hopefully we'll meet you all there, and perhaps I'll have a guest speaker as well. Yeah, never know. Anyway, Yes, reader. Ow. Finger. Okay, so you know, sometimes it's hard for me to see them since it's been so close. But okay, so I see them. I'm not sure if they're nuts or candy, but I see him sitting at a couch, watching TV and crunching on stuff as he's watching, um, chewing on things. The message I get from you is that, on the other side, he's still doing exactly the same thing, and except for he's just watching you instead of the TV. And says, I've never realized what kind of crappy shows you watch. That's kind of interesting. Um, he also wants you to know that he's sorry, mine's not that great tonight. Anyway, um, anyway, so he's talking to a lot of the people in the family. I don't know if you have kids, because shows himself talking to kids and kind of letting you know that he hasn't left you behind, and he's certainly still giving you guidance as you go through days of life. Simply because he feels that the need for him to help you in life, as he did help you in life, he didn't help you as much as he wished he could, and he left too early. So now he's still helping you to move forward. So which is a way he says you might feel yourself doing things you wouldn't normally do, or looking at things that he was interested at, simply because he's guiding you in that direction. And part of it is to let you know that, he's still there. You look at something that was his, and you remember, hey, that's the thing that Dad loves, Dad liked. And that's just kind of a way of him saying, yeah, I'm still here. And he's certainly going to be a very big protector behind you. And again, if you have a bad feeling about somebody, or somebody's in your house, and that's typically him saying, you got to be careful of this person. So, kind of keep it away. Um, I don't know, for some reason he says he might find things falling or moving because he's pretty clumsy. But I think he's just mentioned that spirits do feel him, or kids do feel him, and other people do feel him when he's there. He's got a very strong energy. He said he was always like a spiritual person. Not that you would know, but in a sense of helping people and through healing and whatnot. But sometimes healing is just not the way we think it is, where it's just you have to look at somebody, I'm going to heal you or send you healing. A lot of healing is just by talking, by being there. It's like when you sit there and you suddenly think of somebody that and then the phone rings. A lot of that is healing, or a form of healing. But he just wants you to know he loves you. He's still around. He's just saying that whatever happens now, I just read it there, and whatever happens now, and just tell everybody that whatever the event that they have, he'll be there. There's no questions one way or another that he won't be there. He will be there. So anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope in some way that helped. Okay, so that's going to be it for me tonight. It's been a long day, and I guess my mind is just not, getting into it tonight. So remember we're going to have a bit of a party next Wednesday to celebrate the amount of followers we have. So free giveaways and perhaps having somebody else on and also helping with reads and whatnot or messages. So we'll just advertise and hopefully you guys will be there next week. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Thanks, everyone. And everybody take care.